Howdy and welcome to Detour for Donuts. Today I am having real Viennese coffee at an amazing little coffee shop in the Seattle area with my friends Su Mon and Khine. The Vienna Kaffeehaus and Kaffeehaus de Chatillon, that's the entire name. It has two names depending on how you look it up. But however you find it, is a extremely authentic Vienna coffee house. The goal here is to, of course, serve you amazingly delicious things, but also to preserve the cultural heritage of the Vienna coffee house. Coming here, you can get all sorts of traditional coffees, but you cannot get the kind of coffees you get at your neighborhood coffee shop. So do not come in here and ask for a latte or a mocha. However, if you order off their menu, you will not be disappointed. And also make sure you get some of these fantastic looking desserts because they are just awesome. I mean, look at how beautiful those are.
I ordered the Einspanner. This is just the plain Einspanner as opposed to the Salon Einspanner. And the difference between the two is the Salon Einspanner has dark chocolate in it, and this one is flavored with vanilla. It's slightly sweeter than the Salon Einspanner, which is not really to my preference, but it's still very, very delicious. Traditionally, they're served in glass mugs, Einspanners, and I don't know if you drink them with straws or not, but I did because it's there, and the mug is sticky. And it's also served with this awesome lavender lime seltzer water. It's meant to cleanse your palate before you take sips. You can either drink the whole thing right before to just prep yourself for the drink, or you can kind of intersperse between sips of coffee and sips of the palate cleanser. So this is really, really floral and lovely. It's bubbly and slightly sweet and a little bit more tart and very, very refreshing. So it's actually perfect for cleansing your palate for the very rich tasting coffee. The espresso is just the right amount of smoothness versus being strong. So it's very, very, it's very tasty. I like it. And here I have, I'm gonna butcher this. Correct me if I'm wrong with it, but I believe this is called the Schokolade Mousse Torte. And it's basically a very dense chocolate cake interspersed with layers of orange cream. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Chocolate and orange is such a good flavor combo. And as you can see, I pretty much demolished it. So it's very tasty. It was so smooth and super dense and super chocolatey, but not overwhelmingly sweet, which is also to my preference. So, anyways, I find in general European style desserts tend to be less on the sweet side. So, in general, the flavors are just better balanced. So, that's what I gotta say about that.
Okay, so it's my first time here, and the coffee is really delicious. I don't really like the darkness of American coffee, so Viennese coffee seems to hit the spot pretty well. I didn't realize that they had such a rich coffee house culture, and the folks who work here are very nice about explaining that. It's really true. You can't come in and try to order like a latte or a mocha because that's, you know, Italian style, and they don't want to hear that stuff. So you do have to be respectful of the culture. But when you do, you get these beautiful coffee drinks, so it's really worth it. And what was really interesting for me as a fan of the musical Elizabeth, which is about Empress Elizabeth of the Habsburg Empire, is that they have Elizabeth tea here. I had to buy one because, I mean, that's amazing. Look at that. And they have the cake Franz Joseph, which was her husband, the emperor, which is the one that Mary got. So it was delicious. It's just packed full of walnuts. It's a fluffy chocolate cake with chocolate buttercream, packed full of walnuts. And so the flavor profile kind of reminds me of like a more sophisticated like chocolate walnut brownie, but it's so much lighter and fluffier. It's kind of what a chocolate walnut brownie is aspiring to be. is really delicious. So I highly recommend this place both for the lovely coffee and of course for all the baked goods. Delicious.
And I'm having real Viennese coffee that is just amazing. I've already stirred in all the whipped cream, but you just saw all the beautiful footage of my coffee before that. And now it's all lovely and incorporated, and have a taste. It is just, Viennese coffee is its own special thing. The Viennese coffee culture is what they try to preserve and present to you here. And their coffee is, of course, the key component of that, and they know what they're doing. Their coffee is perfectly brewed, and then they add in all this cream and wonderfulness, and it perfectly balances the bitterness of the coffee with the sweetness of the different things, the different kinds of coffee you can get with different chocolate or not chocolate, and the whipped cream or the regular cream or both, as in this case. Just perfect balance in wonderful coffee, and so delicious. Every cup of coffee is served with this. That is a sparkling water that's flavored, and it is such a good drink on its own that this is all I would really want to come here to have on a really hot day. If I was not really interested in coffee, I'd still come here and drink this, because this stuff is awesome. It's sparkling water, but it has in it lavender and lime, and it's just so refreshing. Just so amazingly refreshing. There's no better word for it. I also ordered some Franz Joseph cake, and it is a chocolate cake with a chocolate cream icing that's in between all the layers. It has 7-layer cake with this wonderful chocolate cream in between, and the chocolate cake itself is so full of nuts that it's almost equal parts nuts and cake. It's I'm pretty sure walnuts and chocolate cake and chocolate cream, and it comes with a big old dollop of fresh whipped cream. Good quality stuff. You can tell they did not get that out of a pre-made whipped cream. And then you can put that on your cake when you have a bite, and it's just fantastic. Thanks for watching another episode of Detour for Donuts. This has been a delicious morning with a breakfast of coffee and cake. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and please like and subscribe, and check back soon for more Detour for Donuts food adventures across America. And a great big thanks to my friends Su Mon and Khine for joining me